Hi folks, how you doing? Welcome to the morning read. This is number 2, and I'll be reading a chapter from The Caterpillar Club, which is my debut novel out now. Without further ado, let's start the soundtrack to go with it. This chapter's called The Introduction. Simon fell in love with Sonia when he saw her dancing at a house party in Willesden. She moved with nighttime magic, and her body wrapped around the rhythms of an online edit of Level 42's Children Say. Her dark green eyes had flecks of orange that sought the light Simon thought had dimmed inside of him. He had decided he wanted to marry her right there and then. Simon believes the true soul of a person is revealed when they are dancing. The wallpaper in the Willesden cellar was wet with condensation, and the 4 a.m. tempos had settled in. It took 5 dates in various bars, coffee houses and restaurants before the physical seal was broken and another way of being could begin. Sonia was 9 years younger and the opposite of Simon. Thoughtful where he overthought, connected where he broke ties. They got married in a Catholic church on the Kensal Green High Road. Simon was concerned there had been a funeral procession down the street just as the guests arrived. Sonia reminded him it was London, and that anything you could think of was probably happening somewhere else as well. After 18 months of marriage, Sonia wasn't ready to have a baby, but nature was sending her messages. She was too practical, worried about money. Again, in this they were opposites. She had married an artist. Her father had kept asking her, who's going to pay for everything? Simon believed a little too much in fate and pieces of musical magic paying the bills, until the remixes stopped coming in. They made love to a calendar, waiting for the pregnancy tests to indicate a win. It didn't work out. Now their arms reach back to feel the rough brickwork of a bedroom wall closing in on them. Simon occasionally wonders what happens when you try to make babies when most of a lifetime has passed. Sonia, on the other hand. We have a 30% increased chance of having a Down syndrome baby. We need to think about these things, she tells him from the sofa in the open plan lounge after the 8 o'clock news. Her blonde hair is shining in the light of the reclaimed industrial lamp hanging over her. We could get killed in a terrorist attack, Simon replies, from his Le Corbusier Brentwood chair, which is tucked under the circular dining table near the bay window, overlooking the cars parked in the streets beneath them. Sonia sighs, brow furrowed. You don't choose to be in a terrorist attack. Down syndrome babies are great babies. I know a couple who have one, a beautiful kid, says Simon, while searching Down syndrome on his phone. But would you really want one, Sonia asks. I don't know. I've always wanted children, and I've been trying to tell you that in lots of different ways. I suppose if it doesn't work out, you can have a puppy farm, and I'll have a free pass to smoke weed and stare at the trains from the balcony all day, Simon says, half joking. You know I'm the one who's had to make all the money recently, and I'm not joking. Our bodies are old. Things go wrong, Sonia says. You're telling me. I've developed a strong urge to sit down for a number 1. Simon adds another symptom to his list, which includes a need for long disco edits to get him to the toilet and back when he's working at the Alitheius Club. Sonia looks dead at him. Something up? I'm just getting lazy. Simon tries to play it down. You could be ill, Sonia suggests, sounding exasperated. We both know I'm sick. He's not joking. Every single one of us is dealing with something, Simon. Only artists think they have a monopoly over it. My sister tried to have a baby with her husband for 15 years, and it didn't work out. We'll be the last remaining members of our families if it stays this way. Sonia hasn't stopped seeking out his blue eyes. Simon stares at a piece of rice stuck to his old friend the floor as the sound of heavy-duty prop planes passes overhead. Has the Queen had another one of her shows put on today? He says. Probably. I've no idea, says Sonia, as Simon stands up to look at the window and search the sky. He catches 2 Spitfires, and a bigger 4-engine plane just before they disappear behind the clouds. Simon had tried to make an airfix model of a Lancaster as a child, but it got covered in so much glue it'd end up in the loft, out of sight and out of mind. The doctor said you should get your sperm count analysed, Sonia continues. We've had sex religiously for 4 years now, and you've done well for a Catholic, quipped Simon with a wry smile, knowing he shouldn't have said it. Have you thought about who's going to look after us when we get old? Or what life will feel like as the years drift away, when the only focus is just you and me? Sonia's voice cracks a little. No, I haven't. I thought parenthood was more about giving back what was given. Simon shakes his head and purses his lips. All of this is a mind melt if you let it get that way. It's hard to admit it, but I think we both know a child would give us purpose. We have parents that gave us everything, and now it should be our turn to play, says Sonia, looking past Simon and out of the bay window at the shoots growing from the branches of a London plane tree. Wanting something and knowing that it just might not happen is quite a dangerous place to be, Simon replies in a voice close to a whisper. We need to start digging into what's wrong with us, with you, with me, both of us, Sonia says seriously. You run marathons 3 times a year and train for them in between. I can't imagine there could be anything wrong with you physically. You put me to shame anyway. Until we get checked out, who knows what lies within? Sonia replies, touching her tummy. All right, let's get it rolling then. Where do I go for that sperm test you mentioned? Simon pulls his posture up into a line, his lifestyle choices flashing before him. The GP will refer you on to a specialist. It's easy. I'll organise an appointment then, Simon answers, feeling a sense of helplessness as he smells the remnants of a spliff on his fingers. I'm looking into IVF. I've been in contact with the assisted conception unit at Guy's and St. Thomas, Sonia says with her left hand touching her temple, cradling her innate sense of responsibility. I never thought it would come to this, but whatever we have to do, I'll be ready. I promise to not let anything get in the way. And that brings us to the end of chapter 2 of the Caterpillar Club. I shall see you all tomorrow. Thank you for listening, and thank you for the support on the soundtrack which you're listening to now and the book, The Caterpillar Club. I'm out.